Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime streaming show where we watch old 16mm films. And what we just saw was some amateur home movie footage of birds. This is, I guess, the next logical step to a bird watcher, which is a bird filmer. Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime. All right. So, I have seen other footage like this, not from the same source, from a different source. And what's interesting is that this kind of bridges the prosumer gap, where you have amateur filmmakers who would shoot this beautiful footage, and then they would hire a narrator, they would edit it together, and they would release it and put a little ad back in the back of Educational Screen, which was a trade journal for the educational film market, and sometimes would make sales. So Frith Films was one of those folks who took amateur 16mm film cameras and footage and put out several titles, probably 20 or 30 titles of different things, different subjects. And Sid Laverenz is another person who did that. I have a film called Butterflies for Birthdays, I think, which is the same type of thing where he had footage of butterflies at different stages in their life. We've got it. Do you want it? Enjoy.
Desmond Ross, Scottsboro, Alabama. Bill Gallagher, Chicago, Illinois. In many respects, their lives are very different. But look beyond the dusty country roads and the bustling city streets, and you'll find two men who believe we've got it.
Right now, 45 degrees at all three reporting stations, humidity 60%, wind from the northwest at 12. Bill?
Thank you, Jim. The news brought to you by Ozark Airlines. Let's look at traffic right here for the Chicago Tribune.
Changing it around like this and giving the consumer a bullseye view of, Coke. All right, we're already facing off our 2 liters, right? And the base is always faced off because the logo is right there on the front. So, today in your travels, just take a time, just pick one stop and face off the cans, across. And then, answer the question yourself.
This morning at the meeting, when Octavius turned those cans around, I thought to myself, boy, that's a dumb idea. A lot of extra work for what? But then as we went along through the day, and I did a couple of accounts facing the cans, it did look impressive. It really looked impressive. If you have the tang, it really makes a good appearance in each account. When somebody walks in and sees it, it's really noticeable when they're all faced the same way. Everybody's got ideas. Some are good, some are bad. This one seems pretty good. A lot of work, though. Probably be worth the effort, though. It's a lot of fun to sell the product, because I do like the product, which makes it, to me, very easy to sell. And it's my job to display it, sell it, promote it, keep everything clean, keep cartons neat, bottles looking good, cans faced, 2 liters faced, display equipment clean, and it's just a pleasure to sell Coke. If it was dirty, sticky, somebody'd go to grab it, and all of a sudden they come up and their hands stuck to it. Well, they're going to look back. They got good clothes on. What are they going to wipe it on? They don't serve towels on the shelf, so they wouldn't be able to pick it up. And more than likely, they would put it back. And they probably wouldn't even buy your product. And they'd go down. They wouldn't check another bottle. They might go down and pick up your competition's product. It's a lot of fun. There's always a challenge. Dealing with different people, different nationalities. Some people don't speak English. The Chicago market is a super competitive market with your competition from 3 major companies, and it's basically dog-eat-dog situation. You got to be better than the other guy or you don't make it, because they'll steal your business as fast as they possibly can. Well, first of all, when I go on account, I try to sell myself, get the customer to like me, just for myself. So then I can go in and I can deal with them, get my space on the shelf. Then it's my job to maintain the space. Keep a clean shelf, keep the product looking good. The dealer likes to keep a clean store too, because they have their bosses to put up with. And the better their store looks in all departments, all phases of it, the happier they are. So if you can give them a nice, clean rack product, make it appealing, present it nice, give them good service, whatever they want, you try to give to them, it keeps them very happy. And in turn, they'll give you extra displays, extra racks, give you a prime location, so they can sell more product for you.
All right, you can count yourself in then.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks, Fred.
I'll give you an order, and you'll be by Tuesday, and we'll give you the order for Tuesday.
Righto.
Okay? Do a good job on the shelves, though, will you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well.
Keeps him happy, keeps the consumer happy, keeps me happy because I sell more Coke. To me, every account is just as important, from the littlest guy I make to the biggest chain I make. I make my money in all of them. Sometimes you can't depend on the chains, and the little guy will help you out. You just eyeball it. If it looks bad, you have to clean it. Pull your stock from your slower shelf, say like what would be the bottom shelf or this shelf here, move it up, and then keep your product fresh. Dust the bottles a little bit. The white rack is a very easy rack to keep clean, to maintain. You can notice everything on it. If you had spilled product, you'd see the spilled product. On a black rack, you wouldn't see it, you'd refill it, you'd put it down, you'd have the bottle glued to the shelf. Cleaning carton coolers, sometimes it's not that big a job. Maybe clean the glass doors. You would just pull your product out, check it, rotate it. But like occasionally you'll get a can that'll leak, a bottle that'll leak, and it starts at the top. Well, it's got to cover everything in the cooler all the way down right to the bottom. So now you got to pull everything out, get hot water, soak it. Cleaning coolers is a big job, but they do sell the product for you. Looks a lot better now. That's the way I like to leave the stores. Full, clean, and neat. Housekeeping is a habit. You do it, and you just do it automatically. It's very important to your sales.
If you've got a place where people like to work together, they want to help each other, you've got great teamwork, it drives you. I think we have that in Scottsboro, Alabama. We've got a group of people that work together, and they want to sell a product, and they're going to sell that product. Come hell or high water, we've got what America wants, and we're going to get it to them. A clean uniform, a clean product, clean truck, it's very essential. I've got a #1 product to sell, and I'm a #1 salesman selling that product, and I love it. It's great. I wouldn't have it any other way. Housekeeping is the #1 thing in my job. I take pride in keeping my product clean. I think I do a good job in keeping it clean, and that's what it takes to have a good product and to sell it. Cleaning the shelves and getting down to the necessities of keeping it clean, it's a lot of work. but still it's something that you need to do, and it just essentially becomes a habit. It's just an everyday thing.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Thompson. How you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
Yes, sir. Boy, these bottles really collect dust.
Yeah, keeps you on the move.
Well, you take the people that are running the mom and pop accounts, you've got more time to spend with those people and let them know that you have feelings for them. But you get in a mom and pop store and it's just like day-to-day living. The people are there, they're slower paced, they've got time for you. And you should appreciate that, because that's where my living's coming from, is from those people.
I have to dust every time I work a mom and pop store. I dust my product thoroughly. I rotate it. That's just part of my job. I take pride in keeping my product clean. Well, you take this stop right here. Once a week on rotation, you'll get it. You've got maybe some tops or something that got a bad seal on them. Okay, if you keep your product rotated, well then you're gonna find that product and you're gonna get it off the shelf. I think facing the cans in the drink section is just as important as facing bottles or 2 liters or 16-ounce NR. As you can very well see, when you place a 6-pack of cans on a shelf like that, compared to the cans already faced, it just tears the display up. And I can't stand to see cans that look out of place. So we've been in a promotion, Tiger promotion that we're in right now, and I've been facing cans ever since we started. And it's really been a success. My route's picked up 25 or 30% in sales. The appearance on the product is very important to me. I clean my product, I rotate it, clean my shelves real good, dust my product, take away the torn cartons, replace them with good cartons, and the very last thing I do before I ever leave an outlet, I go check my cooler to be sure everything is faced out so it's staring you right there in the face, Coca-Cola. It's inviting for somebody to reach in and get one. I look at the Pepsi guy, I look at the RC guy, and I say, hey man, there ain't no way they can touch me. As far as I'm concerned, Coca-Cola's #1. But I push it. I push it to no end.
What kind of box would you be interested in? Can machine or?
If you don't drive at it, you won't stay on top. You've got to get in there and work, and you can do it. You just got to set your head to do it. Nobody wants to even look at a product that's dirty. It's not tasteful. If you've got a nice, clean product, they'll buy it. Coca-Cola is a good product, but you've got to keep it clean to sell it.
Whatever America wants, it's gonna get. 'Cause what that is good business. When Americans think drink, with the drinks they think, we've got what it takes, we give you none. It's all in the family, the Coca-Cola family, and we're proud to say the family that sells together, well together, and we're together all the way. Whatever America wants, it's gonna get, 'cause what that is, it's just good business. When Americans think drink, with the drinks they think, we've got what it takes, we give you none. Whatever America wants, we've got.
All right.
I did not expect the tiger at the end, but I guess that's part of the campaign that was mentioned by our Alabama Coke distributor person. So facing the cans is something that we actually do, or we strive to do at AV Geeks, and that is basically the films are in cans, and we rotate them so you can see the labels. That's really all it's all about, because you know, if you look at a stack of films and they're all, you can't see the titles, then it's just harder. You have to like pull out each can and look at it. So when we move all the films back, that's going to be one of the big things we're going to be able to do. And also, thanks to QR code technology, we'll be able to put a QR code on the label next to the name, and we'll be able to just beep, 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 scan it in. Technology and science. This is great. So this film is, next film is kind of hilarious because I had an assistant scan it, and this is an assistant I no longer have. She moved on to other things, but I didn't realize in watching it that it, she starts it and then she stops it and then she rewinds it and then she starts it again. So this is Discovering Texture, a live mix. Enjoy.
Around us, there are many exciting surfaces. Surfaces are smooth or rough, shiny or bumpy. Or anywhere in between. Differences in surface we call texture. Every surface has texture, and an object may have several textures. The Earth itself has texture. And so do the living things on the Earth. Our first experiences with texture come through our sense of touch. When we touch different objects, we feel that their surfaces differ. And we see that they differ. Textures look different depending upon the way they reflect light. A surface that reflects light unevenly, broken by many small shadows, has a rough texture. Surfaces that reflect even amounts of soft, dull light have a matte texture. Surfaces that reflect still more light have a smooth texture. And a very smooth surface that reflects a great deal of light is called shiny. The bright reflecting areas are called highlights. So, whether a texture looks shiny and smooth, coarse and matte, smooth, or rough, rocky, bumpy, or fuzzy, depends upon the way in which it reflects light. In nature, we see a great variety of textures. And light, playing on changing surfaces, reveals the beauty of textures. Natural textures can be a source of pleasure to us when we learn to look carefully. But we can also derive pleasure from creating our own textures. Man uses paints, tools, and materials to change the texture of surfaces. He may use sandpaper to change texture. Or he may polish surfaces, making them shiny, so they reflect highlights. Many different textures may be created in familiar materials. Clay is soft and easy to work. It can be cut, roughened with tools, or changed by the hands of the potter. When clay is fired, it becomes hard and stony. Its texture changes. Or glazes may be added to clay to make still new textures. Paint can be used to create a variety of textures. Paint brushed on wet paper makes fuzzy or furry textures. A brush can be used to apply paint evenly. Or a brush can be used to apply paint unevenly, as in stippling. An almost dry brush can be dragged over the surface. A lifted brush creates irregular, raised areas. The shadows that result make the texture rough or ridged. In this student painting, a lifted brush has been used to create several textures. Here, the English painter John Constable applied his paint in thick, bold strokes. But textures can be made without a brush. Fingers create textures in wet paint. Sponging paint on a surface changes its texture. And paint may even be allowed to create its own textures. See what happens when ink is applied to a wet surface. Textures can be varied by combining materials. Crayon may be used over paint, or paint may be spread on crayon with a palette knife. Or heavy layers of wax crayon may be painted. And scraping layers of wax crayon and paint makes still different textures. Here, crayon, paint, and ink have been combined. And through the medium of photography, new and surprising textures may be discovered. Photography may also help us to see distant textures, such as the surface of the moon. Or very close, everyday textures we might overlook. So, there are both man-made and natural textures. In nature, beautiful textures may occur at random. Man, however, selects and organizes textured surfaces for their contrast and harmony. In this painting by Pablo Picasso, we see the texture of painted surfaces combined with the grain of wood. Sculptors also combine different textures. A variety of textures can be found in the yarns from which our fabrics are woven. We select our clothing for textural contrast or harmony. In our homes, the textures of woods, fabrics, fibers, and metals offer variety and visual interest. Well-designed buildings reveal rich contrasting textures offered by metal and plaster, glass, brick and stone. In our gardens, we select and group plants, rocks, and pebbles to create beauty. All through life, we learn about textures by touching the surfaces of objects and looking at the way light reflects from these surfaces. Some textures are man-made. Some are natural. In nature, textures seem to occur at random. Man, however, selects and organizes them with care, as we can see in this painting by the Mexican artist Rufino Tamayo. Discovering textures can be a daily adventure. Our world is full of many textures for us to enjoy. Some we feel. Some we see. And some we create.
Fascinating. And so there's others in that series. There's Discovering Color, Tone, maybe? Contrast? I'm not sure. I can look them up, figure it out. But, yeah. So, in the past, I have shown management films where they're open-ended, and they're like, okay, what would you do in this situation? A lot of them were made by Calvin Corporation for Alcoa, and it's all those ones, the short ones where they ask a question at the end. This one is unique in that this is made for police sergeants because police sergeants are basically managers who have to deal with managing their officers. And so this is one of these films where you get to see inside where the sausage is being made. And so this is a little salty. There's some salty language in this, but this is not like other films made for police officers, which have a lot of gore. So, for example, tonight I'm going to show a film that's made for police officers called Officer Survival, and it has a lot of gore in it, fake gore. But we're not going to watch that because it's lunchtime. But it's still, I love this film because it basically says, you know, police officers are people and they do exactly what other people do in other work situations. They goof off, they take liberties, etc. Not even related to being police officers, just general whatever. So it's your move, Sergeant. Enjoy.
Shift Commander has requested your unit respond to accident scene, take command of rescue and clearing problem. QSL 860, wreckers, crane, and other emergency vehicles are en route. All units, South District 1240 has intercepted wanted 68 Chevy at Southwest 112th Street and 3rd Avenue.
Cooper, Abbott, Martin, 245, 451, Gonzalez, 251, 440.
It looks simple enough. Just follow the rules, regulations, and orders. But you're about to witness a series of incidents that any first-line supervisor may be faced with at any time. The twin-edged sword of authority and responsibility serves to penetrate to the primary point of, it's your move, Sergeant.
Things are really breaking right for Sergeant Jackson. Just made sergeant. Wife just had a baby boy. And he's got final exams in advanced education classes. All in this same week.
$6.25.
Whoever thought I'd be supervising the guys I used to rock with? But I guess that's the way it goes.
303, 625. $6.25. 625. $6.50.
$6.50, Kay.
$6.50. Unable to raise $6.25.
QSL, what was his last QTH?
650, this is CO. 625 took a 10 in the park 30 minutes ago, but show's in service now. Okay.
650, QSL, I'll check his zone.
QSL, 650.
625. That's O'Brien. I wonder where the hell he is. I better check the park first.
We're bringing a party to headquarters in Ramsey.
$6.50.
650K.
Be advised, I've located 625. QTH, the park between Elm and Quincy.
QSL, 650.
Well received.
That was 312 at 1628.
Hey, O'Brien. Are you okay?
No sweat, Mark. Just getting a few winks.
What are you doing sleeping? You just missed a call.
What is this chicken shit? You know we've done this before. It's no big deal. You know what the midnight shift's like. I remember when you and Brockmeyer got your ass in a sling. Nobody blew the whistle on you. On you. On you. On you. On you.
It's your move, Sergeant.
I'm a secretary.
Where are you a secretary at?
I'm working with Jersey Senate Incorporated. It's an advertising agency.
You like working up there?
It's a lot of fun. We meet a lot of interesting people. We do a lot of interesting ads. But the truth is very interesting.
That's pretty interesting. I meet a lot of pretty girls in this town.
Oh, really?
Especially today.
We're thinking of it.
That's right. We're gonna have to maybe get together one day.
That would be nice.
Well, I'm off Wednesdays. Maybe we could get together Wednesday.
I work Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well,
We can make it Thursday.
Thursday's no good for me.
How about Friday after work? We could meet at your place.
Friday night's groovy. I get off about 10. My roommate's on a trip.
Great. I'll bring some wine. What kind you like?
No, forget the wine. Drink some scotch.
Wait a minute.
422.
I think I got a call. $422. You trying to raise this unit?
422K at 27 at Northeast 10th Avenue and 135th Street.
Chill, Northeast 18th Avenue and 159th Street.
Also report to roll call.
That's right, Sergeant. He's out of his zone again.
333 at service headquarters.
333 at 15.
Training 2, can I have that CN number for St. Ambrose Rectory, please, complete?
Training 2, your number is 2002868.
Training 2 is 2002868. Thank you.
1633.
301, we're for St. Louis.
301 to St.
Son of a...
343 at Ruth and Minnehaha. An accident.
422 arrival.
QSL 422, arrival 339.
I carry you on.
Mr. Brink, how long have you lived here, sir?
About 4 years.
4 years. Have you ever had anything missing before?
No.
All right. What make lawnmower was this? It's
Sears
missing?
Roebuck.
Sears and Roebuck?
Yeah.
Approximately what was its value?
About $300.
$300. When did you first miss it?
Today, this morning.
This morning, approximately what time?
About 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock this morning. All right, sir.
738 at 1635.
736, yeah,
737 is on call.
Somebody took the guy's lawnmower. I'll be through with this report in just a minute, Sarge. Just a minute, Sarge. Just a minute, Sarge. Just a minute, Sarge. Just a minute, Sarge.
It's your move, Sergeant.
Man, today is the war, isn't it? What are we going to do? Can't get into anything on a bet. I'd like to get some kind of a catch today. What do you got in mind? You got to take almost anything to keep the sergeant off our back. You hungry? What do you say, let's eat? Yeah, sure. 619.
19K.
619 at 12.
QSL 619 at 12 and 552.
Cloverleaf Diner. 650.
650K.
619 negative on that 12 now. Wait, the 624 checks back into service.
619, read.
619, that's QSL.
1622.
What's with this guy? I don't know, he's been on our backs all day. Stop here again, I can't figure these guys out. They know how busy we are. On top of it, we're short-handed. They care? Hell no, all they want to do is feed their faces. Well, I'll be damned.
10 at the Howard Johnson's at the Cloverleaf.
QSL 650.
Yeah, she's still out there making money.
What do you do about her?
How you gonna stop her prostitutes? They get in jail, they get out.
Do something with her sooner or later.
Yeah.
I'll be glad when it's day over.
Yeah, we ought to put in a trap for midnight.
Back to where there's some action going on anyway.
Yeah, I like to get back into nighttime action.
Don't make a second out here. Drag.
Streets are pretty soon.
It's your move, Sergeant.
You might call them a matched pair, Smith and Willett. Their combined experience represents over a quarter of a century of police service. Both have a folder full of commendations from the public and the department. Disciplinary action has been imposed once for each officer for a minor infraction. They're what is known in the trade as good street men.
365.
365, Kate.
365. 814 at 1672 Northeast 92nd Street. B&J Liquor Store. Reference, open rear door. No other information.
365, QSL, 14th Avenue and 91st Street.
That's Frank Young. Good cop.
BJ Liquors, an open door. I hope the hell that place hasn't been hit again. Well, I'm not far away. I better drop by and see what it is. Smitty, check up front and see if you can find a number for the manager.
Okay.
Service. 332 is 1626.
304, we're bringing a party to headquarters from Ramsey.
304 is that one from the deputy sheriff.
Hey, Smith, did you find that number?
Yeah, I'm calling him now.
$650.
650K.
Show me arrival on 365's 26 and put me out on a 15.
QSL.
304, yes.
1627.
What the hell is this?
304, your number is 807.
Damn.
1627. 312, you might call for number.
What do you got, Willett?
B&E, busted through the back window. Grabbed the stuff, went out the back door. Partner's called the manager, he's on his way.
That's it?
That's it.
What's with the whiskey in the back seat of the car?
What whiskey?
Yeah, for whiskey. For whiskey, for whiskey, for whiskey, for whiskey.
It's your move, Sergeant.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Larry, I understand you're starting a new ship. How do you think you're going to like it? Fine, I can't complain. Nobody will listen anyway. Still working on the midnight shift?
All right.
Like it?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Larry.
All right. Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Well, anyway, we were talking about that the other day, and I told her he fell down.
Hey, Larry, see that guy coming through the door? Well, that's Green. He's the captain's fair-haired boy. He's the reason Casey got transferred. Casey brought him up to lieutenant on charges, but the lieutenant was afraid to buck the captain, and Green knew it, so Casey went down the drain. He does pretty much what he wants to around here, so you better steer clear of him. He's bad news.
Thanks for the tip, man. I really appreciate the information.
No sweat.
Hey, what time is it?
7:45.
Off to fight a little crime and corruption. See you later.
You gotta get
What it is, brother?
It's your move, Sergeant.
It didn't say how much it cost.
Wagner.
55, 441. Cold. 61, 439.
Nothing, sir. Did I do anything wrong?
Oh, not really, but I hate to see a pretty little body like yours all messed up in an accident. Can I see your driver's license?
Okay.
You married?
No.
You work?
Uh-huh.
Where at?
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy's, huh? Which one?
The one around the corner.
I go there once in a while after work. You working there tonight?
Uh-huh.
Unit 650. 650. Give me a 15 with Unit 329. QTH, Northwest 7th Avenue and 10th Street. QSL?
QSL 650.
You still live here?
No, I moved.
You did. Where to?
That was North End.
You home often?
No, I work.
You live alone?
No.
All right, here comes the new sergeant. Watch me put him in his place. I didn't call for a backup. If I need one, I'll let you know, okay?
It's your move, Sergeant.
That's simple.
340, back in service. Everything is okay here. Give 842, 345, 73.
It's your move, Sergeant.
What in the hell am I going to do with this guy? I'm still on probation. I don't want any trouble. Want any trouble?
It's your move, Sergeant.
Call the lieutenant's office right away.
QSL.
Monsieur, driver's license, please, sir? Thank you. Mr. Adams, I stopped you because you ran a stop sign back there. I'm only going to warn you because it was sort of a rolling stop, but I'd like for you to use caution, if you will, please, sir. Avoid an accident. Drive safely. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Hartman. Check out a service and go by the bakery warehouse. See the dock foreman, Lenny. That's Lenny. Is that right, sir? Yeah, Lenny. Tell him I sent you. Right. Then come to my office before you clear. You, Lenny? Yeah, man, that's me. I'm Officer Hartman. Lieutenant Crawford advised me to contact you. Okay, give me a minute. Ah, that's my boy. Let me see those goodies. You eat this bread, Hartman?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, you should. I'm raising 2 kids on it.
Is there anything else, sir?
Oh, yeah. Before I forget it, stop over there Wednesday about the same time and bring the stuff in here. Tell Lenny to put more sweet stuff in there, will you? What's happening? I'll tell you what's happening. Better yet, I'll show you what's happening. Come on to my car. Okay. That's what's happening. Sarge, I've got to talk to you about this. Lieutenant Crawford has sent me to August Brothers Bakery 3 times in a week to pick up that crap. Damn it, it's embarrassing as hell for me to stand there waiting for a handout. Sarge, you got to get me out of this. I don't think I'm required to do this just because he's a lieutenant. A lieutenant. A lieutenant. A lieutenant. It's your move, Sergeant. You may be faced with at any time. The twin-edged sword of authority and responsibility serves to penetrate to the primary point of, it's your move, Sergeant.
I love that film so much. I mean, I have other films that get more, dealing with the violence and, the shoot, don't shoot, which is very problematic to show nowadays. But that one is so great. The cops hitting on the ladies and taking a little liquor for myself and the bread. All that stuff is so great. And it's in that same vein as those Alcoa films. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate you letting me show you stuff. If you are around tonight, I think it might have sold out. So at the Alamo, I'm doing a show called How to Survive. And it's films on how to survive. And I'm looking to see. Yeah, there's some tickets available. Yes, a couple just popped up. There's 4 tickets available. And we'll watch some films, some of which I've shown on here, some of them I haven't. And they're all films about how to survive. So I'd love to see you in person. if you can make it. It's the show starts at 7, but show up a little early, 6:30 or so, and say hi. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you either tonight or I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody take care. Bye. Thank you.